Hi everybody, this is Ernie's Eye View. A long time ago, 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ago, I talked about Obama. I didn't talk about him very favorably. Said a lot of things about him. A lot of you wrote back or emailed back and said that I was a liar, stupid, idiot, whatever. I just wanted to bring to your attention, first of all, that Ernie's Eye View is just that. It's Ernie's Eye View. Now, it happens that I have been right about a few things, and haven't missed very many. Most of the stuff I do is fact-based. If you want me to go ahead and take 5 minutes out of every tape and give you the facts, I'd be happy to do that, but I think you can probably look them up for yourself. As you know, I'm pretty much a conservative man, always will be, have been all my life. But a couple of things I want to talk to you about is I told you that Obama was probably going to make his own laws, because even before he was elected he talked about executive decisions and things that he was going to do for this country and to change this country, and he certainly has. And I would say probably most certainly not for the better. I can't even go in to name all the executive actions. I may one day do a video on all the executive actions, but I don't know how long it would be. It'd probably be pretty long. We know that he's trying to take guns. He has since the first day he's been in office. Him and Nancy Pelosi and Dirty Harry Reid, they've all tried to do that, along with Barbara Boxer in California and a host of other really, really left-wing, progressive, liberal types. So they've been trying that since the very beginning of time. We know that he's pro-Muslim. He's the first president who ever bowed to another country's leader, and we know that he bowed to the king of Saudi Arabia. It wasn't just a gesture, it was a bow. We've all seen bows, and that's what a bow is. So we know he's a little pro-Muslim. He probably isn't a Muslim, but he's very pro-Muslim. Just look at his birth, at his background, how he was raised. It shouldn't be too hard to decipher that. We know he's anti-Christian. He hasn't done anything to help Christian people. He knows millions, or not millions, but thousands and hundreds of thousands have been killed in Asia and in Syria and Iraq and North Africa and all over there. And he hasn't done anything, and nor will he do anything, because Christians just aren't his bag. He doesn't go to church. He doesn't really have a national prayer day like every other president in our history has. So that's one part that he certainly has changed the face of America. We know that he's anti-Constitution. He doesn't think that the Constitution is worth a hill of beans. He usurps it with almost everything he says or does. And that's too bad, because that is a very near perfect document. In later tapes and videos, I will get into points. Matter of fact, I plan on doing the whole Constitution one by one, because it's a wonderful document, and I think it would be a service to anybody who listens to hear the Constitution word for word, not from my perspective, but word for word as it was written down by a bunch of really, really smart men in the 1700s. Men I wish we had their type today. So we know that he's done those things, and he's doing more. You can talk about Benghazi. You can talk about the Cop Beer Summit. We know he's a racist. He has been. So is his wife. She's a racist. That's all they can talk about is race. Rather than trying to bring the country together, they've made a deeper and deeper divide, and it's pretty sickening to see what those two and their minions have done to this country. It's a pretty sad thing, but maybe we can pull it together if we can just get through this office thing that he has. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll try. I know that just recently, matter of fact, I think it was yesterday or today, he said that we were not losing the war with ISIS. He's not worried about them taking Ramadi or Tikrit or any of the other places. They took a border crossing town today. I can't remember the name, but that will allow them pretty much free shipping lane through that border town from Syria to Iraq or wherever they want to go. He doesn't care. He doesn't even think it's, in his words, a setback. Well, I got news for you, Mr. Obama. I'm just a little guy in this world, but it's a hell of a lot more than a setback. I don't know why we're not doing anything. I think the man is afraid of war, or he doesn't like war, or he would like to. He's got this vision of a one world unity, something or other. I don't know what he wants, but it doesn't happen. It can't happen. It doesn't even happen in families for crying out loud. Well, how it's going to happen with the billions of people that we have in the country, in the world. He's not doing anything. When Clinton went to Kosovo, I think they had like 10,000 sorties, airplane sorties in 1 month, and I think last month the United States was involved in maybe 100 or 125 sorties. That's nothing. That's not even a pinprick, for crying out loud. I test my diabetes every day. I get more blood than Obama's gotten with his little sorties. So those are some of the things that I had talked about a long time ago about Obama, and I hate to say this, but I was pretty much right about most of it. Then you move on to someone like the presidential race we've got now. We've got a pretty good group of conservatives that are going to battle it out. I would go just about with any of them. But let's talk about the Democratic future queen. Nobody's going to run against her, I don't believe. I think she's just waiting around for a coronation. I don't think she thinks she could possibly lose, because basically she thinks it's owed to her. She thinks it's her right to be president. She's been a proven liar, proven cheater. She was even a proven cheater before she became the first lady. I don't know where her credentials come from. She was the worst Secretary of State anyone's ever had. She lied about Benghazi along with Obama. She's lied about her emails. She's lied about everything. How any liberal, I mean, that means all of you, how you can possibly vote for Hillary or even be behind Hillary is completely beyond my imagination. If you have an idea what she has done or what she's accomplished or what you think she can accomplish, I certainly welcome any emails or videos. And if you'd like to let me know what she's accomplished, I'll certainly listen. I'll certainly read. But I think it's going to be kind of hard for you to come up with anything. We've got in this country right now, I'm sure Hillary probably would continue this, we've got a war against cops. Some cops have made some mistakes, but the other cops have been just doing their duty, their sworn duty. And I think Obama and his administration really would like to turn the whole country against cops, or at least the black and the minorities, maybe the Hispanics or whatever other group he wants. I think he really would like to see anarchy here. If you look at your history books, the countries who've had their own police force, their national police force, it worked pretty well for them for a while, but their names are a little rough. I mean, the Nazis had their own police force, the Gestapo. The Russians used to be called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. They had their own police force. I think it was the Stasi in East Berlin or whatever it was, the secret police all over the rest of Russia. Didn't work out really well, I'm glad to say. But that's what Obama wants. He would like to have a national police force. I think that's why he's helping agitate words and messages against cops. It's just like the mayor in Baltimore and the DA in Baltimore. They'd like nothing more than to railroad those cops. They may or may not be guilty. I don't know. But I thought in this country you were always innocent until proven guilty. She pretty well has them convicted and already in jail. So that's the sort of thing that Obama would like to do, and I think people like the mayor and people, what is her name, Mosley or Mosby, something like that, I think she's in on that too. And it's a very racist connection she has with Obama and his administration. And that's too bad, because I'd like to see the races get together. But with this kind of agitation, it's not going to happen. I think she's a gutless woman. I'm glad to see any black woman or white woman, anybody make it to the heights that she has. But this woman is using that power aggressively against the cops, and I think that is pretty much despicable. We need to respect cops. They're out there putting their butts on the line every day, and I hate it when people try to treat them like they are. To treat them like dirt and to throw rocks and stuff at them like that, and then have the mayor tell them, don't fight back. Global warming, I'll get into global warming on probably the next video. To me, it's very laughable. I don't know how anybody, or liberals or anybody else, can believe that. But anyway, I'm glad to be back online once in a while. I had some illness early in the year. I wasn't able to do a lot of stuff. It was pretty serious illness, but I've gotten through it pretty well now. So I'm going to try to get back into having at least one video a week, maybe more if I can. So, tell your friends, spread the word, tell them that Ernie is trying to get back on, and I'm just as interested in having questions asked of me as people just being mad and pissed. There are questions that I can answer, and there are questions that I can go get answers for. So if you have questions, if you have an argument, I welcome that. Matter of fact, I want that. If you want to just cuss and call and scream and call me names, then don't even bother, because I don't have time for that. If you want to try to defend Obama, go ahead. I'll just use what he's done against him. It's pretty much obvious. So anyway, I want to thank you if you're listening to me. Don't have any listeners anymore right now, I'm sure, but I'm going to try to get the number back up. But in the meantime, wave to your cops in your town. Help a GI. Buy him a lunch. Just wink at him. Tell him thanks when you go by. Keep your faith in God. Keep your faith in the good Lord. Because right now He's the only hope we have in this country, I think. So we all need to maybe be a little more conversational with the big guy upstairs. I think that's just about all we can use is going to make this country better and maybe pull us back to where we should be. So thank you for now, and I will be back soon. And I welcome again all your emails, all your questions, even your arguments. All right? Thank you, and God bless.